Okay. Oh, it wants me to be upright. It's not very clear, is it? Maybe it's my camera's dirty. There we go. That better, nice and clear. All right, so I want to put some meditation music in the background here. Okay, so hopefully that'll do the trick. Woohoo! Hang on, just have to open for the other one. Hey, hey, how's it going? Oh, what a day. Had a wonderful day out. It was actually 22 degrees Celsius. Kind of, it's like summertime weather, right? I'll fix my hair here. My hair's just dyed my hair again. I dyed it a what they call black amethyst. So it kind of looks a little purple in the sunlight. It's really cool. So we did that. Got that done. Now I just have to keep it out of my eyes. All right. So I can't stand it really being in my eyes for the most part, but we're gonna try and make it work here. There, good enough. Hey, suits me. What a week! What a week! It's hard to believe that summer is basically here now. Like I have not experienced 22-degree weather where you're walking around in shorts and a t-shirt in a long time. Like it's an early spring for us. We don't usually get our nice weather till mid-April, end of April. It's still usually pretty rainy, but it's been 22, 16, 15, so it's increasing all the time. So I'm like, woohoo! Excited, excited. Um, let's see. What meditation do we want to use this today? I don't really want to do. Hang on a minute. Let's see. See if we can find something a little bit different. Global warming, yeah, that's about it, right? Let's choose a different kind of native music. Oh, okay, here. This is what I want to have. For study, relax, and work. This is another shout out to the Native American music, tribal drums, and flute. What channel? Whose channel is this now? Where you can find it on channel on Soul Candle. So yeah, so always wanting to find different ways to meditate, like more cultural, sounds for me than normally, right? Um, keep it on a very spiritual level. So let's see if we can get this to work. All right, so taking it off. I'm gonna do a different one. I'm not too keen on that drum. That drum just doesn't sound right to me. I like it when they play the drums through it, though, right? Just turn it down just a wee bit. Okay. This is for charging later. Okay. Everything kind of organized here. So we're gonna do. Somebody wants me to definitely give me a hug. Somebody's feeling very huggish lately. I'm grateful for my energies. I'm grateful for the ancestors that do come through for everybody. We get the great music or the great things going together. Oops. Always light the candle first. The source of the flame. And then we light our miracles candle because we like to have miracles happen every day. And there we go. Okay, so that's done. We'll still say there's a white rabbit running in the flame. Okay, I don't know. It's kind of neat. Different effects. You see that? How it gets thicker down here, but up here it's very transparent. It's like down here, we don't get much transparency. Whereas up here it's pretty transient, right? Kind of cool. Okay, so send you guys out there, send you guys blessings and messages that are meaning for you, and if they don't, bless it all, and all be well. The journey, the thoughts, the voice, everything of pure state of mind and grace. All right, are we ready to go, people? What's going on? Okay, so we're going to leave that one going. So if they put a copyright strike on it, then I'm going to kind of be a little bit peeved. Right, so. Like, what's with that, right? Like, it's just phenomenal weather. All right, so let's see what energy is going on for our midweek first. For everyone. See how the midweek is piling up. Weather-wise, we're doing awesome, especially for the first day of spring to have actual summer weather, though. Summer temperatures, not spring temperatures. We're getting summer temperatures, I love it. I absolutely love it. I can get out and ride my bike more now. I don't like riding in the rain. I'm very picky when it comes to stuff like that. I just don't like getting like overly wet in the monsoon. Right? All right, so let's see what the overall energies are playing with today. Brand new days, spirit, energies, guides, please come forward. Use me as the channel. That one was already ready to jump. Okay, so I think we've got enough here. Hang on, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, there we go. Got to make sure I pick them up in the order that they fell. Okay. So I was actually watching somebody's video today, and I'm actually kind of thinking of doing it. I kind of like the format this person did, where it was like take out all the major arcana and court cards, and then just have the other, amount in a regular pile, and then have your court cards to secondary the information, right? And it was kind of cool because the outcome came out really nice. It, like the whole experience of watching this person lay their cards the way they do kind of intrigued me. Maybe taking out the arc cards or archangel cards, whatever you want to call it, and then just doing the regular cards, and then asking the archangel cards to come, or arc. I don't even know how to say it now. The court cards and the archangel cards to come out in a separate pile, right? For like overall energy and I have to watch it a couple times to get used to it, but I have my own that I've been, kind of dealing with, and I'm actually going to use that format, I think, today. If I can find it. I don't even know. See, I went and put it somewhere. That's what I mean. I forgot where I put stuff. Gotta definitely do some filing. Is it this might be the one here. Hang on. So this is the... No, that's not the one I wanted. I'll have to look for it another time, but it was kind of cool. Yeah, I must have put it or filed it away with some of the papers recently. I don't see it here. Alright, Kitty, you need to move up a bit. Let's get you guys in there. Okay, so let's get started. We forgot to pick the goddess card. So I'm going to pick a goddess card for this reading for the energy updates. Especially with the great weather coming in. Being able to spend more time outdoors with Mother Nature is a bonus. We're going to leave that one. Low vibration, don't want it. I don't want low vibration cards today. Sorry. I want high vibrations, the ones that jump and stay on the table. I don't want to have to deal with low vibrations. Today, I really don't like dealing with them. Even though they need to be heard, but I'm just, over the last few days really had enough, kind of negativity coming towards, energies. We don't want to have negative. We don't want the low vibration energy coming in for us. So I'll take those two. We've been getting like two, so it's almost like a god and goddess card almost to me. Some reason, like like the god energy plus the goddess, or like the goddess, like the king and queen energy is coming through on that card. So maybe we're going to do a king and queen energy reading as well. We'll find out how the cards play out. So we're going to take. Let's see. We recommend these ones as the goddess. We can take out the masculine. Let's see. Let's see what happens with this. See how the social interactions going for maybe possibly people starting new, meeting different things and starting down a new path that they need direction on. So let's see what Spirit on the masculine side has to say in regards to the connections, the energies. This could be just for the masculine part of people's energy that you're getting introduced to, like the balancing part of dealing masculine, feminine energy in one, and then dealing with masculine energy beyond that is what I'm looking for. Okay, so let's see. Let's look at the masculine energy beyond the person. And the cups, nice. One card. All right, so what cards do we need from the masculine for this reading? I think that's probably enough. Take one more. Hopefully that'll match. If not, we'll pull another female. We'll pull another feminine energy out if we need to. So let's see what we've got here. Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. We've balanced. So we're going to do that. We're definitely doing the masculine energy with these ones. Okay, we're going to put these guys aside for now. We're going to see what we have. So we're going to pull the king. Think of the goddess cards, as the masculine as well. So, because I haven't had a set of cards actually call into the masculine except for these ones. They're kind of, dual energy to me, like last time. So there's a lot of people out there still looking for that true love, still waiting on that love. If you're in a situation where you're feeling that it's not a true love energy, or that you're not being stimulated enough in the relationship, you may be seeking a new relationship, possibly. You just want to have a peace, and maybe the last relationship you came out of was not as peaceful. It didn't have such a peaceful ending. It was very probably chaotic. And you'd think that it was your true love, but after all, too much squabbling, I think. Excuse me. Because I think that Irene Goddess is trying to balance. It's like she's taking, her belonging, her energy, her belongings kind of like in one package away from this, this energy that's not very helpful or very positive, that's given this person a lot of anguish in life. Children are seeing bad behaviors or toxic situations that the mother is trying to protect them from. And then carrying like this is like her whole soul is basically, dealing with purity and more how do they say it? Nurturing or naturing, or you know what I mean, right? I can't even say the word today. And then you're seeking for a love that's a little bit more balanced, more accepting of your situation, right? But you need to also remember that true love doesn't always come directly to you, that sometimes you have to work at it. That because you're seeking this means that you have to also put your 2 cents in regards to getting it to happen. People sit around and wait for things to just land in their lap. I don't think a king is going to fall out of the sky and just land in your lap. Like there's active situations that you need to be interactive with in order to make the connection, in order to understand the connection between somebody, and just get your feelers out. It's a spring, it's a new beginning, it's abundance in it, and just the energy is just so high right now, that now is a good time. You see a lot of different people when you're out mingling now in the nice weather. Don't be scared to say hi to someone or spark up a conversation with someone. You never know where it will lead, right? Like with my journey, I ended up calling what I wanted as a partner towards me, and I did, and I actually did, but I didn't want to lead the person to thinking that I knew that this was going to happen already. I knew that I had a lot of confidence in what I requested, and just the way that it showed up in my life, it was there. The light was literally shining on it like a beam going, hey, over here, down here, look at the gentleman here. So then I did that, and, just kind of played coy with him, and just, wasn't showing any interest, but he was really cute. I noticed that part right away. It was just, so yeah, and then I got to know the person, like we ended up hanging out, getting to know each other, like just expecting, the relationship to blossom. And it took about, I would say, before we both wanted to be committed fully to each other, I think it was probably a good 6 months after the actual introduction. Right? We were still dating, but we didn't really become official until about 6 months later, even though we were in a relationship. But we just didn't feel that, that was a good timing. But we did, and we've stuck through it. We've been through even the worst of situations that one could imagine, right? So we're going to take a look at the feminine side of things, the ones that are, more nurturing to a romantic relationship, and then we'll see what the masculines have to put in, what they're seeking in partnership. Because you always have to think, you always got to remember that you can't just always look at divine feminine messages. You need to look at the divine masculine, because you could be hearing your divine masculine talking to you directly through the cards, right? So if you're just focusing your energy on divine feminine, you're not allowing that energy of the divine masculine to actually interact with you, because you're just focusing on your own energy and how you want things. But you have to be, you have to compensate for that. You have to be compassionate towards, allowing the other person's energy to come in and not try to control the situation. And maybe that's why you're having a little bit of trouble finding the true lovers, because you're not interacting with the right vibration of people, right? So the first card we got here is the King of Wands in reverse. So not feeling like things are really happening, or things are really like on fire, like the energy is not a fire energy, like wanting to have a drive experience happening for yourself, right? It's kind of taking a seat in the back to see what you're going to generate. It's not going to generate everything for you. It's taking a break and allowing you to generate that fire, get that passion inside you, and focus on the type of man you want, And then you've got the Nine of Wands here, right? Beside the inverted king, allowing yourself to step through and be, out of the stress, you know what I mean? Being strong and having the strength with yourself, and confidence that you can handle anything, right? And that's where your energy is coming, is you're becoming more confident with yourself as far as possibly a relationship coming forward. You've done healing, your spiritual work is almost basically done, and you're ready to put it into action, is what I'm seeing. Like you've done it so many things, and manage them, that you're ready to take on something is more tangible in a relationship wise of energy. You're very confident that you are looking for the right person, and coming next to the King of Wands, who's maybe not quite ready to reveal himself. It could be somebody you already know, being a close connection that you could have interacted with already through your peers or friends or something. You may have already met this person, and they're taking a step back to see how healed and what you can provide to that person, and becoming like a queen energy for him, his partnership, right? Then we have the Three of Cups. So there's probably a lot of gossip going on around situations. People are trying to make it difficult for people to have relationships, but there could be people that are going to guide you, that you can trust. But I would be very leery of this group. I don't feel a very good vibration. I think there would be a lot of gossip and a lot of defaming your character coming through these this group of three, right? They always say everything comes in a group of threes. Well, expect, things to happen in groups of threes for the next little while. If things are kind of going off kilter, and you said, okay, that's one. And then another thing happens, that's two. And then another thing happens, that's three. And then you've cleared your karma state for that situation, right? So you definitely want to be on the lookout. Then we have the Four of Wands coming through, or Six of Wands, sorry, that's moving towards you, that's coming in favor, and wants to actually develop the last little bit together and create the union together. Like the one doesn't want to have to start without the other, to step through that, it's like stepping over the line together, like you want to finish together, and you want to be on the same level of growth as you start into this new energy that's going on for both of you. But this person is very very quiet, reserved, doesn't really speak a lot. He's kind of a shy energy, but definitely is heading in direction of you, right? So the cards are like this. Here he is. He's heading towards you, which is here, right? This is the person that he's looking for. He wants somebody that's got strength, that's got, confidence, that has, their shit together. In other words, that's what they want. They don't want this immature, petty, giggle, giggle over the people, and just, immature energy is what I'm feeling from that card. But he's not looking for that. He's looking past that. And you're coming from the other way, walking towards him, or, you're heading ahead to meet him because he's a little bit more into the future, but he's coming back to meet with you, right? To guide you through. And then we have the Seven of Cups in reverse. So knowing that you can't make access to a lot of things, that you don't really need the access to just take it without having to pull energy from your storage. Like you have like all these Seven of Cups all filled, but there's a blocker that's only allowing you to take certain energies because you've asked them to do that. You've asked them to only give you what you need. Okay. And then we have the Nine of Swords. So endings are coming. A lot of stress is releasing. Okay, release the stress. Like you're floating now. This is in reverse, but I feel like as if you're floating above it, that you're understanding that you can be placed above that now, that you're going above that level, and just allowing that lower level just to be, dealt with whatever it needs to be dealt with. But you're floating above and releasing this energy back to where it needs to be, because you're floating, you're going to a higher dimensional state of being. You want more. You don't want to be sitting on, a bed of thorns or a bed of swords poking you in the back for the next little while. It's finally over and you don't have to feel like that. All right. So let's see what's going on. Okay, so that one goes out. Let's see what's going on with the masculine. We're going to give these guys a little shuffle. Give these guys a couple little shuffles. Kind of mix it up a bit. Okay, you definitely want to mix up the energy a bit, and have it so that you're experiencing different levels of it. Spiritual part. There's things that maybe you haven't remembered to take, or it's almost like a review as to what you requested from the universe. So let's see what's going on. We got the Sun card. So beginning, youthful, enduring the cause, and ready to move forward in the energy. So now it's the beginning. Great things are coming. You're walking away from the old energy, even if think of it as like even a season. Like now we're walking away from winter and we're going into a new vibration of spring and things that come new. Flowers are starting to bloom. We're seeing tulips and lilacs and Easter lilies and all different kind of things happening. Even Mother Nature, as far as animals is concerned, they're at the stage now of reproducing and creating and recreating a new beginning for the new energy that we're feeling with spring. And it coming in as such a warm, kind of easy kind of transition. It's not really going to be like the dramatic, first in 1 minute you just have chaos and the next minute you're going to have balance, but the journey that's beginning with this person is beginning. And like I said, you're definitely wanting to walk through together, like you want to, be joined and be able to start this new energy together and just take it as it is, right? Not really have to provide too much of your own energy to get this interaction happening, because a person's on the same kind of plane and wants to move forward. Then we have the Emperor in reverse. So the Emperor is not blessing this because the work hasn't been completed, right? So he's in reverse. He's still keeping an eye. He's trying to get this so that it gets dealt with, like deal with it before the Emperor has to, come up and say something or be interactive with that situation spiritually, right? And then we have the Ten of Cups in reverse. So, like the Emperor hasn't been able to give his answer. So the Ten of Cups is in reverse because it's blocking. It's waiting. It's blocking the Sun from moving forward. It's blocking it from being able to move until you actually catch up to, wherever you're letting go of shit. You need to let this go. Like you have no choice, because you're holding up the line for whoever's supposed to be mixing with you. You're just holding the line, and it's going to end up in a line of frustration, right? So people don't like to be held back. They want to get moving and move forward and keep motion going and flowing, right? So you may be feeling like the masculine is definitely walking away from past energies. He's trying to find a new path of a journey. He's relying on the moon and the sun and all that energy to, but he's feeling like he has to walk away and just take the submission of your energy. Has to, maybe just surrender to, the new journey. and realize that this stuff that's behind you that you've left in the cups is just something that you had to let go. You separated yourself from that energy. All right. But you're going on a new path, new light on new experiences, and feeling burdened, like feeling burdened and having to carry that around for the next little while would be very burdensome for the energies that are having to intermingle. See, and then we have the Four of Wands in reverse now. So on the same note, there the Four of Wands, or sorry, the Six of Wands. Um, that was a four. No, the Six of Wands too. Okay, so in reverse. So it is definitely mirroring the energy that the female is drawing towards him. You are definitely drawing the Four of Cup or Six of Wands energy towards you, and it's realizing that it's coming. It's a mirror image. The energy is mirrored. Everything is kind of balancing out for you now. And not taking too much. Get this connection started. Because I feel that, oh, and look at this, this could be a marriage card or consulting a higher state of being on the relationship. This could be, having a blessing by the time this new energy starts, being engaged, going and consulting a person that can, give you the answers or the direction that you're looking for. Or you could just be, visiting and asking, you may be wanting to move in a direction of a couple, and end up finding a nice little humble abode that you guys can start your life in. For the Ten of Cups to be, come to fruition. So you're definitely, I wouldn't say stalling, but you're nervous. You're nervous about the energy that's coming forward, about this Six of Wands, and being unaware that it may not be the type of person you normally would go with, but it's telling you to take a chance, take a difference, try a different avenue, try a different routine that you normally would do for this energy to come, because it's kind of like you're blocking. You have a set eye candy kind of vision of a man that you want, but it doesn't mean you're going to get it. Okay, it means that you can take some of the traits from that person and create them into a new request, but be very, it might not be, like Fabio or some awesome looking like hottie that we would normally take, right, that we would have. We used to be very vain in our partners, and they used to have to be a certain way, and that was the only way you could accept them. But this is telling you to be a little bit more open-hearted, wanting to get to know a person for the value. It's not all about outside appearances to you anymore. It's about what's inside the person. If we get the looks with it, hey, even better, bonus card. But make sure you're just revealing, what your request, and you want somebody that's going to be there to help you along and be support, right? And this person is definitely, going to be a support for you, but you have to get moving because this energy is all being blocked. At this moment, all the masculine energy has been blocked as far as the Emperor is concerned. There's going to be no movement unless the universe is satisfied with, your healing session, and then they may be putting it into a life review, but you're confident enough that you're ready for this relationship. And for having, the Six of Wands mirroring into your energy, from their energy is like a mirror, right? So it's like the portal over to be able to come out on the other side and be a support person for you and be just what you need, right? So taking heed to the advice is very important. Don't give up. If you're seeing the same person kind of entering your life that might be interested in you and it makes conversation with you on a regular basis, that could be very well kind of energy that you want to be looking at. If somebody's kind of caught your eye or you've caught their eye, just say hi. Be open to it. Because you may be closing because you're restricting your own idea of what love should be and what the universe is going to give you. You have to be prepared for it, right? So that's what I'm feeling. The masculine is definitely getting on the same page. You really have to make sure that this ideal person that you're seeking is your ideal person, because it seems like the energy keeps changing for you. You're just never satisfied with the ones that you get. So maybe it's time for you to kind of stop thinking along the vain lines, right? Like thinking that vanity is going to overrule the universe. You know what I mean? Like you may not end up with the most attractive person, but he's good, easy on the eyes. And then as you get to know him, he becomes even more gorgeous and more loving. And you know what I mean? Like you just are drawn into it. You're definitely being drawn towards it. But you have to adamantly sit down and figure it out and just allow it to be. That's what I did. When I found mine, I just allowed it to be. When I came into, certain situations, I would take notice of people that were looking at me, or gentlemen that, kind of caught my eye, and just kind of, be cordial, be cordial and nice. And on the bottom, you've got a lot of opportunities coming towards you, like a lot of very high end vibration coming towards you that's willing to offer you support and direction into getting into the higher love for yourself, for your everything that's going on in your life is just kind of like fell into, like it's like playing dominoes, or pickup sticks, or go fish. That game that you used to play, go fish. You put the cards all in a circle, and then you would pick certain cards, and then you would say go fish. Go fish. So that's what I'm telling you. Go fishing, like socially fishing. It's not hard. It's not hard. So social go fishing. That's what you should be focusing. Get your fishing rod out, your spiritual fishing rod, and say, I'm going to catch me a live one. Okay, and then go out and say, that's what I like there. That guy's not bad looking. He's cute, and just, flash him a little smile and just say, hey, but you thinking that it's just going to fall over, it's just going to overflow into your lap, then it may definitely not be what you want. Right? But the universe will give you something. If you're not, if you don't want to request anything and not have, kind of your order in place for the energy that's coming through, then do what you want to do, right? If you feel that you're going to sit down and wait, and if you're a queen energy, it might be a different story. But if you're just still one of the common folk, then, if you're just one of the common folk that's here, you deserve to have an experience as well, right? So it's not just because you have a high royalty kind of vision of yourself or the person, but you can build a person into a king. You can build them into a queen. You can build this person up with a strong foundation, and that's what you need to be searching for, is that foundation that you're looking for to begin the journey with. Like, start moving, being appreciative of what you've got, right? All right, so what do we have here? Aqua 31. Hey, Aqua. Still waiting. Oh, well, that's for sure. No kidding, eh? Glow room, that sounds like an interesting... Yeah, so I'm going to check into it. I just watch different ways, and basically I lay my cards whatever, Spirit wants to guide me to lay them as well, mostly. But it's kind of neat to see different ways, or catch different ways that people do the readings. Oh, we already had a... Oh, Steve. He pissed himself, did he? Well, that's good for him. I hope he, next time maybe he'll wear a diaper when he decides to leave his house, So go pee. Don't pee your pants, little boy. We don't want any little boy pee in here, okay? So make sure you wear a diaper next time, so we don't have to have this problem happen the next time, all right? We don't want to, have any accidents happening here, okay? So, if you're still listening. Make sure you wear a diaper. I think they have pull-up ones. I think they're called Depends, or something like that. But they're for adults, so don't feel like you're losing out on the game by having to not wear a diaper. You need to put the diaper back on and deal with your life. Okay? So hopefully that will be an advice session for you, Mr. Steve. All right? So there you go. All right. So back into what we're doing here on our channel, having some good vibrations and conversation. Is there anything anybody wanted to question? Oh, and thanks again, Elizabeth. Thanks for that 300 seconds bonus. So yeah, so the overall, I guess you could kind of classify that as a twin flame kind of energy reading. I guess I've never really done one or really felt drawn to it, but I guess it could work. Just getting ideas of which and where we should be, in our energy levels for others. Unfortunately, I would try to hook Steve up with a female or give him a reading so he can meet a female, but I don't think there's anybody that's willing to take a young man that doesn't know how to use the washroom but is still peeing himself. I don't think it would be very, very receptive on the female end. I think that would become a very big issue for you. Very big and problematic issue for you, right? So, there you go. So that's my spiritual advice for you, Mr. What was it? Steve? P? Steve? P Steve. Oh, that's the P in the Steve. Couldn't wait to go pee. Okay. Makes sense. Oh, well. To each their own, right? One second. Yeah, so back to, the energy reading. You know, I truly feel that there's going to be a lot of good vibrations, a lot of good connections coming through. I think people are, getting outside and being more social, energy-wise. Um, what was I looking for over there? Guess I'm going to put that there. So if there's anything you guys want to ask, anything, April. Alka, what kind of person are you looking for, though? Like, are you looking to meet somebody in the near future? Are you looking... hey, let's do it. Well, let's find out. Okay, let's pull a card for you. Let's see what's going on. Because we don't like having people wait. Ask Elizabeth. She ended up coming to me for love advice, and I did give it to her. She's now dating a fellow that has, a connection together. They just got connection. So I'm very, very, very excited for, what's to come. I don't feel like, Elizabeth, I remember you asking me about the last reading there in regards to the partner that you are with. I don't feel like there's any threat. I think he's really busy doing his work, and I don't feel that, he's going to be ending anything. I think he's just really focused on, maybe he's got a new project at work or something that's going on for himself that takes up a bit of his time. And then being, allowing them to, do what they want, But we definitely worked hard to get you there. You had a couple readings. It took a couple months to get it, but we did get it. We got it happening for her, and, gracious. Okay, so are you finding that you're not able to communicate because of the distance and the time difference, or something around time is different, so it makes it a little bit harder for you guys to connect? Or do you guys have like a set time, say, every week we get together, we talk on the phone for like an hour or whatever? You know what I mean? Like, maybe putting that option out there to him, and maybe he'll be a little bit more right. So that's what I'm saying. But make sure that you maybe set some time and ask him if you could set time away so you guys could just have like a conversation or something, and just, put it out there, saying that, you know what I mean? Well, there you go. And a lot of us do, like we really do. So, well, you got to think. Okay, so the guy. Okay, let's just try to build this metaphorically speaking. Okay, so here's a guy that met you, that came back into your life after so long. You went to see him. Things hit off with no problem. You had a great time. Took you out, treated you like the lady that you were. And maybe that's why he's working so hard, because he wants to be able to, like I said the other day, maybe he's willing to be flying towards you this time. Maybe he's trying to get things in order that he'd be able to come and visit you. You know what I mean? So maybe that's why he's might be working a little bit more than what he normally would. Because I did see that there was travel again involved in the cards. But we're gonna check out for Aqua here and look into the energy for Aqua for this midweek energy session. Okay, so we got 2 right off the hop. Mr. 2. Okay, so we have 3. Okay, so there's you. This will be your energy, Aqua, making the plea to the universe to deliver, something. And you're doing this with the moon energy. Like, you're maybe on the full moon, you might want to, push the envelope a little bit farther by, doing a manifestation of the partner, right? And then I see the karma. So, the karma card doesn't really say a lot to me, except for that there's been an ending in the karma, that it doesn't have to be a problematic situation anymore, right? You have a lot of support, and you're grateful to the energy, for being able to put the light or illuminate the shadows that, you're so trying to work on releasing, right? And then we have Mr. Cancer. I think this is water energy, if I'm not mistaken. Mr. Water, King of Cups. So, King of Love. A King of Love is sitting on a strong foundation. So he's waiting for, I guess, kind of an energy that is as strong and supportive, building on a strong foundation. Doesn't want to be the type of person that's going to have to be the one and only financial situation. He wants a person with sound, with a good intentions. Doesn't want somebody that's going to be like treating him as like a sugar daddy. Doesn't want that kind of relationship. He wants just a solid foundation relationship. No, strangeness or oddities happening. But he's built on a strong foundation. Like he's on the rock. He's definitely not going to get washed away. As far as your energy in regards to mingling with him, I feel that you're definitely making the plea to the universe, right? So that's this. Like this is definitely you're trying to make something manifest, and maybe working with like moon energy or sun energy. Maybe just send it to the universe. You really have to work hard at it. You might even have to do it 3 times, like I was telling you. The overall energy is like 3 times. Everything will come once, twice, or 3 times, right? But I think this is the end of it, and I think that's what is so great about it, is that you're able to let go of any relationships from the past and move forward to actually find your partner. He's very the type of person that you would notice. Okay, like he definitely has a showy kind of self. That he's more what do they call that? Not chauvinistic, but not chauvinistic. It's not the chauvinistic. It's kind of like the opposite of chauvinistic. Very confident, very eager, stands his ground, knows what he wants, is very firm in his relations. Okay, he has a firm grip of everything. Like he's very sound, and he's got a grip on his life. He knows what he's doing. He knows where he's headed. He knows where he's going, and definitely wants to be in the relationship, but is waiting for that moment where it actually shows up for him. Okay, but he's definitely there in the future, or like in the, but I wouldn't say near future. I would say because I feel that it could be also from a distance. Okay, this person could also be like Elizabeth. It could be having a distance between the two of you, where one is dealing in the daytime and the other one is in the nighttime. So the time frame for this energy to be happening, this could be something that's like halfway across the world or in a different time zone. But there is, like difference in to what times you guys are dealing together. Okay, so when you guys are actually connecting, one's connecting through the night and the other one is in the day. So it's like you're dealing with somebody that is on the other side, that, when a light shines, it's dark here. Like in North America, it's dark and it's light in, it's like Singapore or Japan or somewhere over there, there's light, like morning and daytime. So you guys could be at opposite ends of the connection. There could be some distance between you, right? Like sun and moon, but blessing it, because it's could be changing. There could be a change in that, and not feeling like you're out of place. So this person could meet you, you could end up meeting online. You could end up meeting through, a dating energy or a dating site or something. But he's definitely a single person, is very, very ready to be, pursuing a relationship, So definitely be looking at that. That could be also, so I'm just wondering, Aqua, if that's definitely could become the option or the direction that you're headed. And then you have the Page of Cups, right, with the fish. So, he's going to come through. He's going to come through, right? That's the masculine, right? So just be weird. Just be allowing it. Just allow that energy to come in. Like you can't stop it. You have to allow it. Otherwise, how are you going to know who is the one for you, right? If you're going to be so closed in and not be open and to the options that, you normally might not pick. Like it's basically like everybody's changing the way they live and the way their options unfold for them. A lot of people are sitting back trying to engage in that, right? Be positive, and part of that requires, direction and love and advice, somebody that's willing to help you in the situation. Um, see, I don't know. I was just told to take the top card, Ten of Cups, endings, beginnings. Coming into union before the actual being able to step across the line together. You know what I mean? Like I said, definitely energy that wants to be matched spiritually and physically, and everything needs to be in balance for this masculine energy to come through and want to be part of that. Crossing the finish line together, achieving the ending, and then now starting a new beginning together, right? So, there you go. All right, so what's going on, Steve? Steve, if you're gonna, I don't even know who the Red Hot Chili Peppers are. I don't really care to listen to them, so I wouldn't have any idea on that one for you. You have to go find some of the I think they're called conspiracy theorists that are on YouTube. Maybe go look at for some of those that might be able to answer your question a little better. It's not a question that I would be able to answer because I don't know anything about your government or anything. So have a great day. Yeah, so there's definite, you could already actually be in conversations with this person because it is a time frame difference. It'll have more importance to it. It'll show up as a very important situation for yourself. I got distracted there for a minute. But I feel that this energy, you may even just know it already, that, you're finding balance. It may be an associate that you've already come across, that you've kind of hummed and hawed about. It could also be like work-related to a person. But I feel that, there's a different, like Elizabeth, there's like a time zone difference. And that's what they're saying. A lot of the twin flames are actually far away from their other twin flame, that there's a distance issue or a distance situation that's causing the union not to happen as quickly as possible. There's people that are willing to absolutely change where they live to be closer to their twin flame to make a union. But there could be distance between two people because the person you're seeking might be going through stages of certain things happening in their life. I don't like to even see a person create a divorce reason for a divorce to find their twin flame. I wouldn't want my energy to be part of that. So that's why I'm saying I don't usually do twin flame readings, but I felt that kind of was because you were both at different ends of the board. So, take what you may from it, and hopefully things will be okay. And being positive, just being more positive and staying, staying in tune with yourself and allowing yourself to, not have to feel like you're walking on eggshells energy. That's what for some reason I'm feeling like you have to walk on eggshells with, past relationships possibly, or certain people in your life that you're just done with, having to walk on eggshells for, right? Yeah, so, positive changes are afoot for sure, and you have to keep that positive intention. And I know it's hard, I really do. If you have negative going on in your life, don't dismiss it. Don't just focus on positive, but understand why that negative came through. Maybe it's something that can help you with your healing to get, things on track and moving in the right direction. Maybe there's, some imbalance that you're feeling right now that's, kind of put the meat off a little bit, you know what I mean? Like always trying to keep it balanced and leveled, not having too much extreme high energy and then just dropping to low, finding that balance. Because the person that you're going to come into balance with is definitely going to want the balance. It's, whatever has to come in the daytime comes in the daytime. Whatever is dealt with at night, deal with it at night. You know what I mean? Like there's two different energies coming through, like night, light, and dark, and night and day, and positive, negative. Taking all those situations and finding the balance within them and putting it out, with a sound mind and positive intentions when you go out. You can even go out and sit in the park, light a candle, and do mantras within Mother Nature. Just sit there and do your mantras and your well-wishing ask Mother Earth to actually, create it as well, a positive influence, so that maybe they're not seeing a certain aspect that's revealing itself to you, but maybe it's not the same kind of energy that that person is even aware of or wants to be part of. They're just maybe unsure. But ask for the signs and symbols, to come forward for yourself and focus on. Everything that goes on in your life has an alter effect. Like if you're going through a negative situation, it kind of leaves you in a negative kind of spot, right? But you have to just kind of say, okay, well, I don't understand why this negative is here at this time. Can I have like a message come through that you understand why it's that way, right? Maybe it's something that you just had triggered, or something got triggered in you to come up, from that, as we call that, spiritual constipation now is getting unblocked. You know what I mean? Like it's unblocking the energy so it can rise up and be part of being expelled or created with, that you could have had all along, but just didn't see it at the time because it was too jam-packed down below. You know what I mean? In your life suitcase, and your spiritual constipation, things like that. That now everything is starting to bloom and come up in a like a blooming fashion. Maybe you're taking your throat chakra, opening that, and becoming more vocal with what you want and experiences, and standing your own ground and being one of yourself, that you don't put up with, the dramatic baloney money, right? Gloria Ramirez. Okay. Right. So that's what I would suggest, is just spend a little more time with what you're trying to experience in everything. Right. Your communication always seems to be a problem when you're working from like a distance. You know what I mean? Like somebody being, on the other time difference. But just staying in touch, sending text messages, that's the easiest way I find that it is easiest to communicate is through text message, because they'll sooner or later they'll get the message, or you know what I mean. It doesn't mean that you always have to be in a vocal chat all the time, but sending the experiences for you, to be experienced, and just showing that you're still interested in that connection, and maybe they just haven't had time to put any effort into it at the time being because they're busy. Like you said, they have a lot on their plate, but just remain there and show us a sense of support, to the person that you're wanting to connect with. All right, so let's see what's going on. I know there was somebody else that joined in recently. So we have Gloria. Okay, Gloria, what kind of love, are you like asking as far as like a twin flame relationship? Because I really don't like doing those ones. Or are you just asking an overall general love situation? We'll pull that female throw out here. No connections. Definitely not having a connection. Trying to create a connection. That's what you're trying to achieve. But I feel that you're not on the same channel as who you're requesting to come forward for you. It's almost like you're standing outside of yourself, looking in right now. And what I'm seeing is that you are standing there trying to manifest something in your life to come forward, but you're not feeling comfortable enough in your own state of being for this situation to come forward for you. I'm feeling like you're having to kind of stand out, that you're, very withdrawn. Like you're not withdrawing yourself, but you're withdrawing yourself from the actual connection and seeing, you're looking from outside the box, looking in, if that makes sense to you. I don't feel that, and I'm just saying this is what I get, that you're not healed enough, I guess would be the nicest way to put it, not sugar-coated, mind you, but making sure that all your ducks are in a row and spiritually balanced, right, to be able to make the request, or that you're moving in a positive direction or positive notions and putting your intentions as positive. And like I tell everybody that's seeking love, you can't rely just on the universe to make it happen. You have to interact with the actual universe for that to happen. Make the connection. Like I said, my cards weren't going together. they were stuck at this, right? This is like not connection. There's no connection. You can't get a connection going. Okay, that's what kept happening with the cards. So that's what I'm saying. The connection can't happen if you're not, wholeheartedly into finding, love. Right? You've always kind of stood back from situations when it came to love. Now you have to open yourself up to the love vibration, okay? Because you want to have a connection on a love vibration to bring in love, right? But I'm feeling that you're kind of being standoffish with this because of maybe past relationships that have hit you and destroyed your state of integrity, your ability to wanting to love again. Like it's been so traumatic for you in the past, and I'm feeling that that's having an effect currently with what your situation is. Right? You're a little bit. You have still baggage that you have to clear before you get into another relationship. Right? So make sure that you are seriously doing things in a good intention. Like the cards are what the cards say, right? So we all see what the cards have to say. But that's without cards. I'm saying, you have to really be focused on yourself and your energy to create the connection, right? And feeling down and depressed probably isn't going to bring you the greatest connection possible. Okay? So let's see. I'm going to get an outcome card, please. Okay. Outcome. Alright, so we got all kinds of cards flipping over here. Okay. Alright. So your first card that you get, your current situation or past experiences, is what this card is going to represent. Six of Pentacles is what came out. It's like the universe is trying to create this connection and make it, a situation where you're both on the same page and you have the universe working in your favor to bring you towards each other. Offering you certain gifts, or this person could be somebody that's trying to make you with someone. I feel that you are the smaller, and this is a universe, and here's you like a small child, trying to move forward with somebody, right? So this could have been like a childhood connection that possibly happened when you were a young child, when you were dating, when you were younger, like the younger version of yourself was dating, and found it pretty kind of neat. It was like a neat experience. You got all these weird feelings and stuff going on, but I feel that this is a definite past energy that may be coming back into your life, that the universe is maybe having an active role in bringing it towards you. Right, and then we have the Queen of Cups sitting in reverse. I'm not feeling like you're in your power to be able to accept love at this time, but wanting love. So there's some imbalance that's going on with you right now. You're not feeling like you're, worthy of having a good relationship. You've been kind of dealing with stuff so much in your past ones that, caused conflict and just totally destroyed yourself, and your loving vibe was just like shot down, right? But that's where maybe you need to start healing from past lives, and past relationships aren't quite all there. And some of the stuff that's holding you back is the reason why you're probably not finding love at this current state and having to seek it. Because your heart chakra is not open yet. You haven't opened it and healed it so that it can be love, right? Create love, right? And then we have the Six of Swords. So having to feel like your world is upside down and all the stresses in life is what's coming forward for you. This is kind of a negative situations that you haven't healed from, that you need to heal from, so that you can travel and bring only what you need. Right? This is like traveling, that you bring only what you need, or that has impacted your life the most and has been a positive state that you've taken. Right? And so the outcome is the Four of Pentacles. So waiting, patiently waiting outside, and you're inside still. You're still stuck in yourself, right? You're still stuck in your mind. You're still stuck in your heart. And there is a person out on the other side waiting to meet with you, and to show you and offer you guidance and direction and love, and wants to start a relationship. He's eagerly waiting for the signs himself, which way to move in, right? But I definitely feel that he's ready to move forward, and you just have to heal, some of the situations, to make that connection with this person. But there's definitely someone in your future. There's definitely somebody that's willing to take care of you and offer you the gifts that you request to make you feel like you're a human and loved and all that kind of situation, right? And there you go, the Four of Pentacles, and then you have the King of Pentacles at the end, the outcome card. So this is definitely the energy that is trying to come towards you, but you're blocking it some way. You're not allowing it to pass, and he's trying to figure out, like he's looking at it, he's trying to figure out what way to go now. Like, how am I going to get in touch with the person that is meant to be? And he's studying, his pentacles, the details. Maybe he's not revealing himself as a king right now. Maybe he is trying to just pass off as, a humble, common person that's not got royalty ties, because he gets taken advantage of. So he's only going to bring so much to the table, and then wait to see what your response is going to be like in order to bring the king out, so he doesn't feel like he's going to get duped. Okay. Um, you're more than welcome, Aqua. Okay, so he's definitely out doing his thing, and like he's it's like you're not gonna let him back in then, right? If you're saying that you were married and see if he comes back. If he left on his terms, maybe he's out doing some soul searching. Maybe he's trying to figure out what's going on in his own personal life, and trying to offer you more when all he can offer right now is the basic necessities, and feeling bad about that, not feeling like he's in his right space of mind, which is where he wants to be as a king, and be able to offer you all all the major presents, and spiritual gifts that he can give, right? So maybe that's why he's not feeling very, here the Six of Swords, like he sailed off with whatever he had experience, or um, but definitely is taking the time to kind of figure out his own place. Seeing that you're not the Queen of Cups, this is maybe what he's having a conflict with him, internally with himself. But he is holding on to a certain amount that has been placed with him. And he's still holding on to the experiences, I think. This could be him, having a hard time paying his support for the two children. So this could relate to him paying, alimony or whatever it is, if you guys are in a divorced state, and finding, right? Okay, so you have two babies. He had a son from another lady that died just when he left. So he's taking on the responsibility of his child then. You could still be married, but still like living at different ends of the houses or experience, right? You could still be in a relationship for who knows how long, but it's up to you whether you're going to sit at the end of one house or he's going to be at the other side of the house, being on different sides of the wall. You know what I mean? There's somebody behind that door, but there's also somebody that has to remain outside that door, right? Maybe the terms and conditions aren't, feasible enough for him to want to, make a grand gesture. Right? It's hard to say. We've got a lot of action on it, like coming and going, and just upheaval in the experiences, and then you get the shadow card. Nobody wants to, work on themselves, to create, all lighting, an all light love, right? But I do feel that it's air energy that you have to, like air, using your voice, being more vocal with the person that you're trying to communicate with through vibration. You talk, you vibrate, you send out a vibration to the universe every time you open your word and say a word. So if it's something that you are wanting to happen, it may not happen on your terms. It may have to happen when he's ready. He may be realizing now that he might be a little bit happier, taking care of, situations before. He felt very happy, experiencing his life was okay. Everything was going in favor of him, and then this happens, the separation, the upheaval of the partnership, it just doesn't feel the same anymore, but he's still going to wing it and still, try to keep it together. And tried to end up getting to this position, which has been weighing on his mind, that he's not able to treat the queen of his life with the, spiritual love and physical bond and, emotional and mental, capacity, right? Let's see what's going on from the male side, though. Let's see what... This is just your perception of how things are right now, so let's see what the masculine has as far as their perception, please, Spirit. Yeah. Like those ones. They're going through a lot. They definitely have a lot going on. And we got like quite the little stack here of cards. So what's going on with his life in parallel with your perception of things? Let's see what his perception is going to reveal. So we have the Hierophant, not really looking for blessing the separation. This was in reverse. So it's almost like the two of you have been divided, and it's time to stop playing the game, stop playing the emotional drama game, and start reuniting. That's what the Hierophant would be saying if he had the two of you in a room. So, this could be like a counselor, even that marriage counseling or something that maybe you guys have either done or haven't done, and the two of you just are at odds ends. There's just finding like no solution at that point. So maybe the counselor thought, okay, well maybe separation is a better avenue to take. As far as being, the Queen of Cups, being the King of Swords, he wants to be a king to his queen, and that's very prevalent to the Queen card that we pulled, and then the King of Swords being in reverse, so not feeling like he can actually take care of a queen. It's a challenge. It's and then you have Temperance, revealing stuff and trying to help you with finding the balance within himself. And with the Two of Wands, he's wondering what is really going to be on the other side for me. Am I able to, manifest this? Is this going to come towards me and be, a beneficial situation below the Four of Pentacles? And then you have the Knight of Cups below the King of Pentacles. So you definitely have a lot of neutral energy. There's not really, feelings of hate with the fire or anything going on. But he just wants to find the balance and become, the man that he wants to be, not the way that everybody else wants him to be. And then you have, which one is this? This is the Six of Swords. So feeling like you're having to separate, take a different, kind of avenue or a different outlook on things, and being aware, that maybe the separation must have to happen in order to make, a full circle and come back around and be able to start a new situation. So you're feeling like you're just on your own with no direction, no nothing. And you're just allowing him to, live his life and take whatever he can. And you're taking whatever you can, but feeling like you have failed. Don't feel like you failed, because it's not based on whether you get a passing grade on this or not. It's a situation that sometimes if you take a break for a little while from each other, allow each other just to kind of get on that certain wavelength that they want to, that they only can maybe achieve by themselves, right? But allowing that space to be there for the healing, the energy to come through. Right, so he's not feeling like he's very in a state of being able to support you and be active part of the family situation. That there's too much stressors and everything that he just doesn't want to have in his life. Okay, let's see what the Goddess card has to say. Maybe there's some message. May the Goddess card give us direction. What is the energy that he needs to focus with? Right, so you can take as many situations you can out of reading cards. There could be something now from the first set that we did the reading of, the first reading, and then we came back over it, reviewed it again, and independent, vast. So it's telling you to be independent. Just worry about yourself at the current state. Worry about your family and your children, but your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. Okay, so independence. And maybe that's what he's wanting. Maybe he's maybe asking you to contribute more, be more on your own, and not being so reliant on him. He might be feeling that he's burdened because of the children, or feeling like he's having to do it all with not much input from your part. Is what he could be feeling. I'm just saying. I don't sugarcoat my readings. I tell you how it comes down. So maybe he's wanting you to show a bit of independence beyond your relationship, that you can do things without having the codependency thing going on together, right? Being reliant on each other all the time. It's just, he wants you to be more independent as he's trying to be more independent away from the relationship, right? Um, yeah, I really do. I really do hope that, things actually get worked out and the independence is able to be a part of, your growing experience. But maybe that's why he's kind of stepped away. He's not happy in his life, feeling complicated, feeling burdened. You're in the other side going, you're worried about, the foundation of this relationship kind of dwindling away and becoming nothing, that you're just going to be left out in the cold, right? But I don't feel that you should have to feel like that. You're a very strong powered, independent person, and maybe it's time that you need to spend drawing on that energy. All right. But I don't see it as being a bad thing, but I see it that it's something that needs to be worked at for sure. Um, if you want to continue the situation to move forward, being, you know, less attached, not being disconnected, but being less attached to having to do everything, decision making together, allowing yourself to be able to be an independent, in your thoughts and your experiences and your travels. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm seeing. Hang on, I had to go grab something here. Hang on. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. Let's see here. I didn't even do the numbers on that. I totally forgot to get the numbers off the cards. I should have done that. I forget. I get sidetracked sometimes. um, so yeah. So just keep the faith and keep positive. Just keep your independence. Going in a positive manner. Um, yeah, because I was kind of wondering about that though, because you came into the chat asking about a new love. Now I'm kind of questioning the intentions on your part, because you would never come in looking and seeing what you have in the love area if you're still married to someone. I'm married and want to see if he comes back. But you were wanting to pursue a different avenue as far as getting love to come in. So misinterpretations. Yeah, I just hope things work out. That you're doing everything with the right intention, and asking for the universe to help with the right intention that you're asking for. Oh, okay. Well, you just said what is in the love area. What's the new do I see, right? So, oh, I was just confused about the question because it says, "Hello, I'm new. What do you see for me in the love area?" So, meaning there was no specifications about your relationship that you're currently in, is what I'm saying. So that's why you get different results, you know, based on the question you ask. It's not how you ask it, or it's not about the question, it's about how you state the question. That's okay, no worries. It's fine, because we still ended up pulling an energy out from it. Um, but I would just stay independent. Just do your own thing and just allow it to kind of maybe settle for a bit. And if it doesn't come back, then it wasn't meant to be. Okay. If this has been going for some time, um, maybe you might want to reconsider the situation. If he's still not showing any reciprocative love towards you, that might be a telltale sign that maybe things have really changed. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be aware. And if it is that state of being that you're kind of looking at and experiencing, I wouldn't. I, I personally don't wish that for you. Um, but if it happens, it happens. Okay, like I can't make it stop if it is that way, the direction that he's heading. Being confused himself, not understanding which way he wants to even go, let alone being, married at this time. It's hard to say what's going on, right? He's not very open of a person to, have connection or anything going on, right? So I started getting private calls with no answer. So, well, like, I don't understand why there's so much game playing. You know, just don't even answer the private calls. Just delete them, right? Block them, so that you can set those in your settings that you can block a private number or an unknown number, so you won't receive them. That they have to have reveal their number before they call. If he's playing games like this, is it really something that, that's kind of like creepy. If I had that happening on my phone and somebody kept calling me private, I would start to think that maybe like somebody's trying to, you know, um, scare me or put me into a state of fear. You know what I mean? Private call, that's very childish that you're not willing to be an adult about. So maybe this is, going to be this camel that the straw that broke your camel's back kind of thing. You're going to have to maybe come up with a decision on your part and stick with it for the next little while and be very adamant by it. Not allow him to get the upper hand because he feels that he can, keep control of you. Maybe that's a blessing, that maybe he's giving you the independence to actually breathe. You know what I mean? Someone told you what? Told me to ask my ex about me. It doesn't make sense, that question, sorry. Someone told me she asked my ex about me. Who asked who? Like, can you like rephrase that? Because I'm not receiving it the way I think it's supposed to be mentioned. He calls me to ask questions about my husband. Well, why do you even entertain the conversation with an ex? That's the reason why they're an ex. You know what I mean? Like, there's a reason why exes stay exes. And it's none of his damn business. So why I wouldn't even answer. I'd block his phone number from calling. I wouldn't have anything to do with my ex. Tell my ex to go jump in a big, deep lake and try to swim his life out. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't even entertain my ex to be able to come in and ask him questions about my relationships. There's no need for it. No need for it. No need. Unfortunately, your situation is, I think, very complicated. I think you have complicated your situation. You've got a lot of shit on your plate. Like, seriously, you have a lot of shit on your plate. A lot of drama that doesn't need to be there. I would just walk away from this situation altogether. If it was me, I would have walked a long time ago. Taking my kids, see you later. Because this is just a bunch of bullshit, bunch of games, to the point where, you like having this drama in your life, right? This is what it feels like to have drama in your life, and that's the only way you can function as a human being. Then that's the only way you're going to achieve. That's all you're going to achieve, is just more drama, more drama, more drama. And bringing my energy into this now, I don't want to have anything to do with this energy or continue with the read, okay? because it's intermingling my energy, and I don't want to be brought into the middle of this. This is a gong show. It's very immature. There's not a lot of adult thinking going on here. Um, it's just a bullshit game, and you're allowing yourself to be part of it. So in that case, I'm not going to pull any more cards because this is now unfolding through the chat, and it's unfolding in the state that you want somebody to feel sorry for you is what I'm feeling. You want somebody to be compassionate to you, but you're only telling bits and pieces of the story to appease your own personality, right? I don't understand. One minute you're saying that he's calling, the next minute you say he's not, you don't talk to your ex, blah, blah, blah. Hey, man. I won't have anything to do further with this reading. I'm sorry, Gloria. You've got way too much shit, and you're generating a lot of this shit that goes on, and not putting it to an end. Okay, so when you put it to an end and deal with everybody that's situated in this situation, then maybe might reconsider doing a reading. But there's too much drama unfolding little bit by little bit by little bit. You're only giving little pieces here and there because it's not what you're benefiting, right? So I'm sorry, but I'm stopping this reading. I'm stopping the situation because it's not going to change from my point of view, and your point of view is just drama. Sorry. So I'm moving on. Okay. So Simple May, you can ask a question. Sure, most likely. You can ask whatever you want. You're welcome to. As long as there's no drama and bringing me into a drama-filled state of being. Okay. I don't just had one. I don't want to do another one. Just giving you a heads up. Remember, it's about how you ask the question, not what the question is, okay? Remember that. Oh, and Elizabeth, are you off? Okay, no problem, my girl. I'll see you probably tomorrow. I'll be back in probably maybe a bit earlier tomorrow. We'll see what happens. What's going on for tomorrow? Tomorrow's Wednesday. Yeah, I should be okay for tomorrow. I should definitely be okay to come back tomorrow. So we'll see you, maybe then. Who knows? But we'll see you. I know I will. Okay, have a good night, Elizabeth. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Be good. So you're wanting to ask, reconnected as lovers or just friends? You had a falling out, and you're trying to figure out the best way to approach this person to rebuild the situation now, right? Is what you're asking. Okay, so you're friends. Okay. Was there any was there a falling out that happened to create this kind of break in your friendship? Or was it created by somebody, or did somebody, stick their nose in where it didn't belong and disrupt it? Okay. Let me see what I can feel, the vibrations. I'm feeling like they're being restrained, like they're feeling like restriction. They're feeling of feeling like they just have no purpose. Like they're maybe going through some depression right now. I'm feeling that they aren't feeling, like they're not comfortable in their own skin right now. They're going through a state of depression. I'm feeling there's a lot of depression around this situation, but not including as far as you're concerned, right? But I'm feeling that he's being held into situations that he doesn't want to be held in, spiritually or physically. He wants to just kind of be on his own and just move in his own direction, is what I'm feeling. But there's too many people restraining him, and he's allowing them to keep this restraints on him. You know what I mean? Like not standing your ground, like he's just to appease everybody. He'll do it just to make everybody happy energy, and sacrificing so much of his personal space and time. But he's almost like he's too tired to even fight. Like it's just getting to be like so exhausting for him to be involving with whoever the energy that he's intermingling with. But I think he's just like if I just sit here and just let people control me, it's a lot easier. Like he's just given up hope on that, kind of having a little bit of independence to himself. People are just like controlling him in all different directions, which is causing the moods and the idea of just, being depressed, like not moving and just, kind of, I'm just doing it to make everybody happy. Just keeping everybody on a level. Tired of the chaos and the backstabbing and the talking about each other. Just doesn't want nothing to do with drama at all. So maybe the drama that's being created has actually put him in a state of depression, right? People that he thought were looking out for his best interest are now manipulating him into situations that he doesn't want to be part of. Okay. His cousin is very jealous of our friendship. I think what it is, it's not so much that they're jealous. I think it's because they're losing control. They're losing control over a person they don't want to. And that's why I think maybe he is breaking away by saying, if I just sit here and not do anything or feed the beast or feed the situation, maybe it will stop or it will go find somewhere else to go. You know what I mean? It's like a leech. Once it latches on, it'll suck the life out of you until you either put salt on it or get rid of it, or it eats, or it just sucks all the blood it can out of you, become this huge thing, and then let go, and then just be like, oh, well, whatever. You know what I mean? Like being stuck in that situation. But I feel that he's like a he just likes to keep the peace among people. Like he doesn't like the arguing, the chaos, or anything to be loud around him. He doesn't like loud situations. I think it's very distracting to him, and it's very uncomfortable for him to have to listen to loud, like people arguing or people fighting over things, and just feeling like, if I just remove myself from the situation, will it stop? And just wanting to remove himself from situations just to get that chaotic, loud, noisy, and it just seems like everybody is just coming at him, and it just being, bombarded. And just wants to walk away, just like, leave me the fuck alone, let me be, like, fuck off and let me do my own thing, kind of energy is what I'm hearing, right? Definitely upset, definitely moving into a pace of angerment that he doesn't want to even kind of go there, but he's feeling that he may have to go there to get these situations happening and stopped. Like he's having to step up and say, listen, people, I don't want this, get the hell out, leave me alone, just go and figure it out amongst yourselves and leave me out as a mediator, right? Always coming to him for advice and direction, right? And he's tired of it. He doesn't want to have to deal with anybody's bullshit. You know what I mean? So, hey, Bliss9819. So I just want to iterate that. Just give him some space to breathe right now. Just keep an open mind that things are going to work out for him. Send out vibrations that he'll be able to manifest more positivity, that he's not feeling so barren down by everything that's going on around him, that he just kind of like wants to step away from everybody and just leave everybody in the dust and just say, you guys took advantage of too much, advanced, just leave me be. That's what I'm feeling. Okay. So don't think that your connection's lost, but I think it's being put kind of in its own little space right now while he deals with all this extra external stuff before he can make a friendship and just wants to have friends, right? Like he just wants to be around people that are more productive, more sane, more people that are level-headed, the less chaotic, dramatic situations is what he's seeking, right? He wants to be part of. He wants no piece of it anymore. Okay. Oh, you emailed, but it didn't go through. Okay, so here's my email. If you guys need me for anything, okay, you can email me anytime if you have a question, or you just kind of want to get some more insight. Feel free to email me. I put the email in the chat there. If you want some more in-depth look at things, make a donation. We in lieu of the reading, right? Because we give one free one at the beginning, and then after that, it's by no donation that you get your readings done, especially because they're individual ones, and I usually just do general ones, but today I'm kind of sticking with the individual ones a bit. So make sure that, the prices are down in the description. There's, for tarot and oracle cards are a different read than the regular tarot, right? So it's more in depth with different decks. Um, but I really think you need, a boost in your energy. So I'm going to pull out a goddess card for you that maybe you could use to help get you through the rough times, until the situation kind of unfolds a little more for them. Maybe he's already gone that step already and just wants to be away from people. So if you end up trying to communicate with him and you're bombarding him with text messages and stuff, he may have put you on that no communication list, right? You know what I mean? If you're bombarding him, right? So be sure to find that energy and work with it, right? Got a lot. There's a lot of options available. Okay, so don't feel that you've lost that connection as far as a friendship is concerned. But I did pull out two goddess cards for you. So expect a miracle in reverse. So don't expect the miracle. Okay, miracle is not going to help the situation, unfortunately. But you can hope. Okay. Then we have Swasavarti, and she is all about the arts. Finding different things to kind of appease your mind, so you're not so focused on what's going on for him. Know that he is going to be guided and directed, properly, so long as he's seeking the positive, and just finally putting his foot down that, um, maybe he's going to take up a different way of thinking, a different kind of avenue of learning, but expecting a miracle being in reverse. So it says, have faith in your prayers have been heard and are being answered. So it's about how the energy that you're putting out and the energy that others are putting out around him. That maybe just step back from it for a bit, so that you can let maybe this one will end up having a turnaround for you and being expect a miracle kind of thing. You know what I mean? But right now I wouldn't expect a miracle, right? So just be aware of that energy that. There's a lot going on, from the other side. And just finding things that occupy your time in the meantime until you may end up meeting new different people, and, maybe this friendship just needs to be left and to let it work its own situations out at this time, right? So focusing on something that occupies your time while this is kind of transitioning through. So yeah. All right, so it's just, options, that'll keep you occupied, not focusing on his energy. Okay, so bless 9819. Okay, we're going through a lot. Okay, well, email me, put the details there, because I'm guessing that you're wanting a private reading. So the prices are below, so make sure you include your donation for the reading, or that's in correlation to what's going on for you. And yeah, so I'm going to do this. This is the last read. No more readings. Because I have to keep myself okay. So you're the last one, bless. 9819. Yeah, whenever, if you want to talk tonight later on, feel free to email me. We can set even a time up later. It doesn't have to be right this minute. Like, you have my email address. Okay, so. Okay, so make sure you email me, though. You've got my email. At that time, I can give you like a direct line that you can message me or call me on. Instead of, I don't want to put it up on the YouTube chat because then I get like spam callers and stuff like that. So I'll send that through an email to you, so you have a way of connecting with me when I'm not on YouTube or on my website. That's starting up. Okay, so you have a direct connect. Um, by all means, feel free to call it. You know what I mean? I'm going to be doing phone readings starting next week. Hopefully, be up and running for my website as well. So, you know, um, try to get it resolved before it takes too long, right? So, moving in a good direction. Just keep positive. Um, Feel free to email me. Give me something that maybe I can go and channel a message for you right away, and then figure it out for tomorrow. Okay? By all means. I do my best to make it, attainable situation for you. We're all trying to, help. But take it easy. But I'll be around tonight, so if you get that email sent, just just send me your email address, and I'll send you the numbers. And if you need me for anything, you can give me a call or whatever. Okay? So I'm going to be not spending so much time here on YouTube. Come next week, I still have to check I haven't checked my emails in like 2 days. Guys. Like I've just not been feeling it. But I am going to be starting with a new platform within the coming weeks. It'll be up and ready. I'm just waiting for them to do the web page part and then go from there. Right, so. Okay, so okay, you do that and send me, and then I can send you back a number, and we can kind of maybe even discuss it over the phone or something. Maybe we can see what we can do. Okay, see what we can do. Definitely see what we can do for you. Or at least kind of get you out of, stressful moments right now, right? Okay, so what's going on? It takes so long for me to open up Gmail, and it's really dumb. Okay, give me a second, see if I... What's going on? I don't know if it's lagging or what. You guys kind of froze here. I don't know if you guys are... If it's froze for you guys at all. I just had to change that. Okay. There. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do check the Gmail here. Make sure that okay. Can't get it to open right away, so I'm just gonna have to take a look at it later. Okay, so if there's anything else you guys need, just email me and direct your questions or thoughts there, or leave comment below in the comment box. But I'm going to head out here. I've got a couple things I need to do now before it gets too late. A couple things I need to get sent out. So I will be back again tomorrow. I will see you guys for Hump Day. Wednesday's the Hump Day, you know, like that mid-energy week. Alright, so I will talk with you all later. If I get time later tonight, maybe I'll do a spirit box, which is very... If I'm able to get something on before 9 o'clock, then I'll do it. If it's going to be after 9, then I'm going to try to, you know, maybe not work so hard at getting it going, but we'll see what happens. Alright, so I will talk to you all shortly, or give me a little while. Give me a break. I'm just going to go take a break for a bit, and I will see you all later.